Now, hopefully, the last assignment helped you to clarify or even gain what God's direction might be for your life. Now, right away, most of us start to think about how that direction could benefit us, how we could gain from having God's purpose in our life. But think for just a moment about Moses in Exodus chapter 3. When God called him, Moses' calling and direction were not for his comfort, security, or self-esteem. In fact, it was for the benefit of others. In Exodus chapter 2, we see Moses and his family safe, secure, and content. So when God calls him in the next chapter, it costs Moses something. And it causes him to take great risks for other people. As you and I gain God's direction for our lives, the question is, who are we taking with us? Who are you encouraging? Who are you discipling and mentoring? Now, first of all, our easy answer is to say, oh, well, my family, of course. And that's a good answer. But understand, it's also a given. That's not optional, that's your job. We also have an awful lot to gain from their success. If they look good, well, we look good. And so I'm going to put some guidelines on who this person should be in our lives. First of all, they should be someone outside our family. And the second, it should be someone you stand nothing to gain from. In fact, it should cost you. Now our next answer is, I'm too busy. I'll get to it later. But here's 3 great reasons to make time for this. 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 2 says, "And the things that you have heard from me among many witnesses, commit these to faithful men, who will be able to teach others also." This is a part of our calling as Christians, to pour into the lives of others. The second reason is that studies show that those who mentor others consistently have a lower stress level, better time management, and also better personal focus and clarity for their lives. But the third reason is one I think we often forget about. See, God wants to deliver you out of this cycle of sin so that you will then be able to help others break out of theirs. We need a greater reason than ourselves to make the changes necessary. Because what's at the very heart of this cycle is me. But when I have the long-term vision and direction from the Lord, and I begin putting my focus on others, it brings me out of that cycle of serving myself. It makes the short-term sacrifices worth it and possible. And so when that desire arises and my thoughts start to drift to things they shouldn't, I'm willing to take them captive right away because I understand where I'm going, where the Lord's taking me. And I understand that the battle against my flesh has direct bearing on the lives of others. The focus comes off of me and onto the Lord, looking unto Jesus, His calling, and His people. We now have something tangible and applicable to cause a sustained motivation in our life for living for the Lord, casting off those weights and that sin that so easily ensnares us. So now for your assignment. Ask God to show you who that person is in your life. One more guideline, if you are a guy, it should be a guy. If you're a girl, it should be a girl. And the second is, once He has shown you who that person is, what are the steps you need to take to encourage and disciple them?